Prudential. This is Jason Combs. Our mentor was Dr. Muhammad Ullah, and we did an idea on an evolution simulator, basically to simulate evolution, as is shown through kind of idea right here.
All right, so basically, the introduction, this program is going to be a simulation that simulates evolution using survival of the fittest evolution. It's going to see how creatures would evolve in different areas. And evolution simulators have done before, but not in the way that we're going to do it. Either they're really basic, or they're just create a creature that can jump really high or can walk like a certain distance.
The hypothesis is that with this idea, it is indeed possible with current technology and current understanding of evolution, social and natural selection, that we can create a program or a kind of a simulator that will simulate the idea of how species evolve in a certain time, especially with current technology, we can basically fast forward certain time events and in electronics and things. So it is in theory possible to create an evolution simulator with current technology. Your turn.
Now, why do this? Well, actually, you just kind of explained why we should do it. Because you cannot witness evolution throughout one person's lifetime. And even over like all of recorded history, we've never really seen a species change. We've seen minor changes within species, but we've never seen like a species become a different species, because that takes like billions of years. But with computers, we could just skip right through generations and we can make it go a little bit faster, so we can witness how a species would change and how this would all work.
We start the simulator by randomly generating creatures with specific traits, like frogs for amphibians ideas, and with jumping like powers, the basic fish for some aquatic creatures, birds like an eagle or an owl for like both the night kind of bird and the regular type of bird, for avian creatures, herbivores for like with deer, giraffes, and other creatures like that, along with omnivore and carnivores, without getting into the whole human problem with our own complexity of how we grow. And we would start basically with that. Basically, we create some basic environments for how food would go over, how to struggle with each other, and how environments would possibly work differently, like with some kind of like special avian environments being in hot, humid desert areas, and see if how they would change and evolve to adapt to that sort of situation, and then see about how the simulation of children and mating to pass on genes and generations would cause differences and changes to happen into the species to adapt to the environments that were the artificial environments created in the simulator. These are some citations that we use for our idea with the first ones, and some basic idea of showing how the genius of backward evolution in this case, or sometimes some other ways to do it. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So questions, Courtney?
You're talking about this simulator. Would it be going from like, are we talking about our current day forward, or from behind us to now? Or are you hoping to do all the way from like historic to continuing to the future?
It'd be hard. Basically just, we're just going to create like basic creatures like dog. It's just a normal thing that goes and gets food.
Or more specific, more of a wolf as the ancestors. Basically,
but then it's going to evolve like into something that we've never seen.
Okay, so this is
So it's going to be a random creature that we've probably never seen. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so present day creatures and their future possible
Yes.
evolutions. Okay.
Is there any way that you guys will differentiate this from Spore?
Spore, you don't really like. It's not real evolution. Spore, you get the ability to get a trait. Like, you're not playing this. This is just going on its own.
And
like,
also,
you set this, run overnight, you come back and you see a whole bunch of creatures that are like, what are these things? Spore, you play it, you unlock the traits, and you create the creature that you want. Well, it's a simulation.
with Spore, it's basically kind of like a mishmash of pieces. You put them together, the specific possibilities idea. We're starting with basic ones and seeing how casual interaction or adaptation will cause them to change, not getting gifted items and abilities like through gamer decks. Basically, the closest to natural selection we can get.
What kind of companies would you sell this to?
That's a problem that I see a little bit. This is more of an educational purpose than a company to sell it to. You could sell this to schools because it'd be a great way to teach evolution. You could show the kids this, and it makes a lot of sense.
Though if we could find a way to actually make it work, I'm pretty sure there would be many types of programmers who would try and buy the idea of how to make the entire thing work, if only for how complicated it could be. Yes?
What kind of variables and how many do you plan to consider in the evolution?
Right now, we aren't completely sure, but first we need to take into temperature, the kinds of foods, the kinds of animals, the specific environments they're going to be into. Right now, it's really difficult to list because in this case, we need to think of a lot of different variables, as even those we wouldn't normally think about could easily cause something different. Like a mild change in temperature could completely cause some species to be go nearly extinct. Sorry.
Like for evolution, I know it's mostly survival of the fittest and who can adapt better. But most of the the evolutionary traits that we obtain are because of random genetics.
Yeah.
How are you guys gonna be able to predict or show something that we have never seen before because we're evolving, or are you gonna predict how this is gonna go?
That's the
Nobody
purpose.
expected a fish to become a human.
Yeah.
Right?
It might, because we're gonna add a chance for a random mutation. So
Like
it could just
generator.
gain a whole new arm, and that might be terrible, it just can't do anything, so that instantly dies. Or maybe that third arm is amazing, and it can eat 3 foods at once, and that one survives, and it's wonderful, and we're gonna see the birth of 3-armed fishmen. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so we can go on and on with this in terms of concept. So, in terms of actually now making your program, or writing the algorithm for this and everything,
Mhm.
what types of programs are you gonna be putting together, and what can we expect by the end of the semester out of this?
By the end of the semester, we can expect probably a pretty solid evolutionary thing. It might not be beautiful looking, but I'll have stats so you could see what it is. I could probably get something.
What programs are you gonna be using?
I haven't settled on one yet, but there's a lot of options that I've seen.
Do the two of you already know some of these programs?
Yes.
Or are
Yes,
you
we
still
know.
exploring?
Program.
So name some of them that you have in mind.
Java, possibly.
I don't have any idea about that. I'm asking so that these other
Could be
people pick up some,
Java
you know,
takes me
some
very long.
computer.
Yeah,
Uh,
that would take you
Java could take you pretty long. And
because
I've seen some other
it's really
options.
complex.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to drive at.
But
It's
Java
like,
does have a
Learning
really
Java is gonna kill you.
Yes.
yeah, that's why I'm bringing that up. So that you need ideas, you need to already
Yes.
kind of narrow down so that, just so by the end of the semester, you have to have something,
I will have
if not just a startup, but something that you can really work on. Last question.
Are you planning on doing this rapidly or text?
Graphic.
Okay, I would suggest personally our Unity.
Unity was also a competitor, or Unreal. I've been thinking about this.
It will be very.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
because for the graphics, how you gonna simulate stuff? It's gonna
Yeah.
take you.
It's.
So that's what I'm trying to say, that if you, because this is a big project.
Yes.
Okay, you can start on the graphic design, you can start on the program
We're
itself.
probably
Which
gonna start on the
of that are you
programming,
gonna be
slowly.
focusing on in
We're
the 2
still on
months?
programming.
Right
Like,
now,
we're gonna
it's-
slowly implement the graphics into it.
Right.
Because if you have the base code there, it's easy to say well, this creature has 4 legs. It just
Yeah,
put 4
but
legs
that's
on it.
that's what I'm talking about, is I don't see your concept. I don't see the, okay, first month, I'm gonna be able to come up with this. The second, I will be able to, I haven't seen that. And I'm worried that you'll be stuck with the, I'm conceptualizing that, and I'm also considering that,
Mhm.
and then it's the end of the semester and we have not started.
I plan to start
So
very
just make
basic.
sure that, you have that in mind, and that you're aware that you only have barely 2 months.
Yeah.
That you can already start doing whatever it is that you wanna get started on, okay? Alright, so I think we are good at it.